Don't forget to subscribe to Panda Outdoors. Do it now.
So this is another episode from building a prepper pantry slash utility room. So if you comment on the other one, I'll put shelves in. I've still got to keep the wife happy and I still want it to look aesthetically pleasing. So that's why it's going to be utility slash like pantry to add to more supplies. So on this video, a little bit of an update. The wiring for the lights is all going in. We've got to move this smoke alarm out of the way so we can, because the wires where it comes to the wall is going to prevent us putting the plasterboards on the ceiling, and we are going to get the plasterboards on the wall. So on the external walls I've opted for insulated plasterboards. I've had to get the smallest insulated plasterboards I could, which are 22 mil, because it's only a small space. So if I went and got a 45 mil one, which is what I was looking at, is like the standard one, that's like 4.5 centimeters off the build. Then you've got your worktops, so we'd have very little to next to no room. Plus we've got plasterboard going on this wall, and we've got to bring it out because there's a gas pipe down there just to run flush with that, so it can all be plastered. We have got the plumbing in, as you can see. I've just got to change this to a different connection to bring it out a little bit, so when the plasterboard's on, you can get at the stop tap for that. We did have a bit of a mix-up. I didn't buy enough joints, so we have had to fit a bolt-on one there, and all the rest are soldered in, but I didn't have enough. Luckily we had a spare like bolt together one. But yeah, so this it is moving quite quick. So in this video you're just going to see, I'll just bring it in stages. So we'll get the wiring finished now. As I say, I've ran some of it today while the cameras were charging, and then you'll see more of us putting the plasterboards on the walls and stuff like that. So by the end of it, it'll look more like a room and not a bomb site. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Somebody messaged me the other day on Instagram asking me how I was getting on. So this will be my second update video, and I hope you are enjoying it, and I hope you are enjoying the fishing stuff. It's good to be back on the bank doing a bit of fishing. I know if you're watching me prepper stuff, you're not really into it for that, but fishing is a good skill to have, whether it be carp fishing, pike fishing, sea fishing. It's a good skill to have and hone in on. I want to get a little bit better at sea fishing. Yeah, it's just a good skill to have, especially for an SHDF situation, being able to catch your own food. It's worth its weight in gold. It's all well and good buying these emergency fishing kits, but if you don't know how to fish, you're never gonna catch a fish. It's not as easy as a lot of these anglers make it look. So yeah, so I'll bring you back in a second when we are doing a bit more wiring. Okay, so here's the wire. If you don't know about wiring, but this is the wiring diagram that I'm going off. Okay, so we're running an external light at the front and an external light at the front of the house, and an external light at the back of the house as well. So that's the wiring diagram we're running off. As you can see now, we've got a cable running here for the new light switch. This, if you can see it, I'll just show you on the camera. Just turn the camera. This old wiring is all going, so I'm going to rip that out by the end of the play today. So that'll be getting done. And as you can see, the wiring is all just run along the joists there and all clipped in. And it will all be getting covered with plasterboards as well. We are running lights into there is a downstairs toilet behind us here. So while we're doing this, I'm going to redo the toilet as well. So we're going to put a little sink in there, little vanity unit, and we put a new toilet in for the kids' birthday last year, but that's getting removed out today, so we can run the plasterboards in for that and put a little vanity unit in. Ideal with the kids when they're playing out and whatever, they can just come in, use the toilet and get washed and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll get cracking with the wiring and I will bring you back in a little bit. So sorry about the light, but as you can see, there is now a new back box in there with the plasterboard. The lights have been removed. The smoke detector is still up but that can stay there for a minute. But the wire has been moved, so I've moved the wire, if you can see, just there. It's all connector blocked it together with tape on it, so it's safe. And I'll take that down just before we put the plasterboards up. Yeah, as you can see, these wires are not live, they're not connected to the fuse board. There's all the wires there, ready to be run to the new fuse board. So, yeah, the hardest job is now, as you can see, just having a brush up, ready for tomorrow for the plasterboard. I've managed to lose the other back box, metal back box, so I'm going to have to run to the DIY shop and pick up another back box. And then the last job of the day is removing the toilet in there. This never gets used really, just used as storage at the minute, but it will get used once it's all done. So I'm going to remove the toilet, and that is the last job. So I'll bring you back in a little while when you can see what I'm doing. So the big transformation, as soon as we get the plasterboards on the wall, it'll look a hell of a lot different. And then it's over for me to hand it over to a plasterer to skim it all, because I have not got the skill set to do that. But yeah, it's roasting today. It's a hot day out there, and now I'm working in the dark because I've disconnected all the power. And as you can see, it just looks like a bomb site out here. Okay, all rubble and stuff like that. So a tip run is on the cards because it's the twins' birthday in 2 weeks and we're having a barbecue. So I've got to get this looking semi-tidy and the garden looking done and the plasterboard in and on to refit the toilet, to then remove it again when the plasterer comes. So yeah, so the joys. So bring you back in a little while. So hope you're enjoying this little update, and I say it's a little bit hard to film when I'm on my own. I'm not got used to it yet. So let's get cracking and finish tidying up. So I'm just on the way to the building suppliers now to pick up some plasterboards. The insulator boards got delivered yesterday on Monday. They're in the van. I'm just going now to pick up the normal plasterboards and some insulation to put in the ceiling cavity. So yeah, it's all bring us back when we're at the building suppliers. So the insulation's just going in now. We've managed to cut some of the joists, noggins or whatever. Now we're just insulating the roof, ready for it to go on. Okay, so as you can see, plasterboard's up along there. It took a lot longer than we thought because the walls are out. So we've had to put a lot more noggins in. We've had to make this little bit here because of this door frame's a lot higher than a regular door frame. We've got to put it in so it comes down on a bit of an angle, and then plasterboard the rest of it. So yeah, it's taking shape, all insulated in there. Got to get some new vents for there and new vents for there. So yeah, it's going well. Okay, so we're cracking on with it. We've got all of the plasterboard on the ceiling done. We've had to do this drop down section, as I said before. All the wiring is in. What we're going to do is, because of the baby's birthday, we weren't going to do this, but we're going to get it done, so I can get the plaster to give us a quote. I done the ceiling all on my own. As I say, I'm no plasterer, but it's the best we could do. All the joists are all run off. So yeah, that pipe's being pushed back in, so it gives us more room so we can dot and dab straight over it. This pipe is off the wall, so we can move it, so we can slide a board behind it. So we'll get this room all done hopefully today, and then see how far we can get in the other room and get the toilet all back in, just so we've got a usable downstairs toilet for the baby's barbecue. But yeah, it is taking shape. It still looks like a bomb site, but we'll get there in the end. I'm just going to move all the stuff now into the kitchen, so we've got a bit of a workspace, and just tidy up before my uncle gets here, give me a bit of a touch. So yeah, as you can see, it is a mess. Okay, so let's get cracking with the tidying up then. So this is all plasterboarded now in here, ready for the plasterer. Normal pad job. There's a gap there because we've got to bring a hot water pipe through for hot water for the little vanity unit that'll be going there eventually. So this is all insulated plasterboard. We've went for 22mm thick. Some people are probably going to go, that's not enough. But as you can see, it's just a small space. Once worktops and that go on, if we went any thicker, we wouldn't have much room to play with. I have got to figure out a way to box all this off if I can. Sorry about the light, it's a bit dark in here. I have got to figure out how to box that on, but now it is ready for the plastering. And then moving into the toilet, I'll show you now the little toilet area. So again, that's all done, ready for the plasterer. We are replacing this window at a later date, hopefully replace that. So yeah, it is now ready for the plasterer, but we have got to put the toilet back in just so it's usable for this weekend, because it's the twins' birthday, the two this weekend. So yeah. Okay folks, so this is episode number 2 of the utility stash / pantry build. So as you can see, sockets in, they're going to be switches for the socket down below, for freezer, washing machine and dryer, or whichever way we put it in. And then we're going to have cupboards all along the top, all along the bottom, round, and then the taller one in the cupboard. My plans are eventually to put a bit of solar in this room as well, so off the roof. So in the tall one there, probably going to fit like a solar system in there, so this will have backup power in here as well. So yeah, so now it is in the hands of the plasterer. So episode 3 will probably be, I know in this they're just updates really, it's not me really filming much of it. There's little clips here and there of me doing stuff, but it's a bit hard when there's I'm doing it on my own, and I just need to get it done. With work wise, I don't have much time, but I still want to bring you along for the ride. And 2, when there's a few of us in here, there's no room for filming, and jobs need to get done. So I know it is just updates, but now it is into the plasterer's hands to skim it all and get it all looking nice. And then I'll be doing a second fixing with my mate, who is an electrician. He's going to come and give me a hand. I can do it myself, but it's better to just, 1, be faster with 2 of us, and 2, to just make sure that all the lights are connected. Wiring sockets up's very easy. It's so simple, it's crazy to wire a socket up, but when you're wiring lights up, it's a little bit different. It can be a nightmare. So we're putting an external light on outside that'll run off a switch inside and a PIR, a motion sensor outside. That'll pick it up when you're moving on the back door. The front door, that's just going to be on a simple light switch. But yeah, so there you go. Episode 2 of the Pantry / utility room build. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will try and start filming a little bit more if I can, setting the camera up, but it's just time. It's time consuming, and at the minute I don't have much time. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video, this little update. I'll bring you along for the ride, and then episode 4 will probably be the floor getting done, and possibly the cupboards going in. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I've been Panda. Stay tuned, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. And I can see the fishing videos are getting quite a lot of views, which is amazing. Thank you. So hopefully getting out there a bit more. As I say, there's other updates coming up. We've got part of a ride for the Disco 3. We also have another vehicle build. It's pretty much built. I've just got to finish it off and put my own tweak on it. Little adventure wagon, hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned for them. I've been Panda. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you outdoors sometime. Stay prepared now.